What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. Repetition is the mother of perfection. No truer statement applies more to the sport of boxing than this. Thomas Keller, by the way, is who came up with that. I love that. Repetition is the mother of perfection. But how does that apply to boxing? What does that really mean? I always say the same thing all the time, and I love to keep driving this mindset into you guys. The more you train, and I'm not talking about pushing yourself physically, even mentally or technically, the more repetitions that you can accumulate daily, perfecting all the fundamental movements, every aspect of all the fundamentals of the sport of boxing, the footwork, the punches, just broadly going into defense, offense, every different thing, pivoting, slipping, bobbing, weaving, every different dimension of the sport of boxing, you can perfect that daily without even killing yourself. You can just work on the skills aspect of it, That's why we do certain skills and drills. Not everything is pushing yourself hard physically. Sometimes you can just calmly, slowly repeat certain drills. And remember, it takes several thousand repetitions before you acquire the skill set. And again, once you acquire it, it doesn't stop there. You got to now maintain that. Never stops. That's why I always say no days off. Now, I don't mean burning yourself out physically. No days off could mean, like I said, you slowly, calmly, just looking in the mirror, shadow boxing at half speed, doing all your fundamentals perfectly. So I always like to use the comparison to the oldest super predator that I know of that's still around, that survived the 4 or 5 great extinctions, mass extinctions, the shark. I always like to compare the most elite boxers to like a shark. I know it's a weird comparison, but like Mike Tyson in his prime reminded me of like a shark. There's a reason why they've been around since before humanity. Sharks are even older than the fucking trees, actually, if you look it up. Mount Everest, they're older than all that. They're the only species of human being that's a predator, that is a living being that has survived every single extinction. When a shark is born, they are hardwired from the prehistoric times with these killer instincts that they couldn't get wrong even if they tried. And that's what I'm getting at with this. You want to get your instincts so finely tuned that you could not get it wrong even if you tried. And that is, to me, the ultimate level of perfection. So spend as much time as you can studying and perfecting every aspect of the fundamentals. Repetition is the mother of perfection. Keep repeating that to yourself every day. No days off. Keep that momentum going, because a lot of guys, they find themselves regressing because they take too much time off, and they want to go to the gym for a week, go hard, disappear for a week. It don't work like that. You got to continue that momentum. It's like getting on a speeding train and just getting to your destination. The straight line is the fastest route to your destination. And once you get there, like I said, it's still going to be a daily grind. You don't just stop and get off and now you're in the utopia of perfection. Like, it doesn't work like that. You got to keep the grind going. If you go to the gym every day for 6 months and you work your ass off and you find yourself in a groove and you find yourself at your A game, you're basically top dog in your gym at that point. Let's just say, you pass everybody, you just happen to be an exceptional person. I guarantee you, all those other guys that were just a few steps behind you, take off for a month, come back. I guarantee you they'll be whooping your ass. So the perfection comes from the repetition. So as soon as you take your foot off that gas and you slow down, everybody else is going to start catching up. So keep that going, keep that momentum going. This is kind of like a motivational video, but it's also it's scientifically based. You know what I mean? I want you guys to realize you can't take your foot off that gas. And like I said, keep in mind, you don't got to burn yourself out. I'm not saying every day you got to push yourself to the point of exhaustion. Sometimes just shadow boxing in front of the mirror for a whole session, or doing some of your floor work for a whole session at half speed, doing everything perfectly is more than enough to to get the job done. So anyway, hope you found this informative. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Go DM me for that online training program at coach.v_. Till the next time, we out here. Out.